Legendary Australian singer-songwriter Amber Lawrence is a 6 times Golden Guitar winner, an ARIA nominee and current CMAA Female Artist of the Year, as well as being an inductee into the highly prestigious Tamworth Country Music Festival Galaxy of Stars. Amber is known for her soulful and authentic storytelling, and she brings her signature style to her latest release, 5 Years of You, that I just played a minute ago. And indeed, she is a prolific artist who has released 7 studio albums and 3 children's albums, and she was the highest-selling female artist for 2023. Amber is constantly creating new music and touring all over this amazing land of ours, and as I understand it, she's about to enter the 20th year of her incredible career, which is certainly a remarkable achievement by any standard. Amber is adept at performing in virtually any environment, and she is a regular headliner at the biggest Australian music festivals, including Cruisin' Country, the Tamworth Country Music Festival, the Denny Ute Muster, the Gympie Music Muster, and CMC Rocks. She has also entertained the troops in Afghanistan, the Sinai and East Timor, and she counts those gigs as some of her most rewarding moments of her outstanding career. Something I found particularly worthy of mention is the fact that in 2017, Amber was asked to compose and record a song entitled 100 Year Handshake that commemorates the 75th anniversary of the Battle of the Coral Sea and the 100-year alliance and friendship between Australia and America. And she actually performed the song live in New York in front of the President of the United States, the Prime Minister of Australia, and a number of notable governors and several other highly placed dignitaries. Now, tell me that's not impressive. Oh, dear. I am deeply honoured and privileged to have Amber standing by on the phone, waiting to have a chat with me very, very patiently. So please allow me to bring her on air without any further delay. Hello, Amber. How are you today?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's, like I said, it's an absolute pleasure and a privilege to have you on the show. And welcome to the Country Club. It is your first attendance, so to speak, and I hope it won't be the last.
Sounds good.
Now, could you please, in your own words, tell us the story behind the track I just played, 5 Years of You? Did you write that alone, or was it a co-write?
Yeah, I wrote that one by myself this year when I guess my son was getting signed up for school this year. He's 5 years old, so this year was going to be when he started school. Have to attend orientation day and things like that. So it made me feel a little bit nostalgic, a little bit bittersweet, a bit sad, although I wasn't excited for him, but just knowing that he's growing up and milestones are occurring just hit me, and I sat down and I just wrote that song, and didn't take very long to write, which, often happens that way when it's really telling the story as it is right then and there. And I didn't, but then I played it on Instagram, and a lot of people reached out saying, please record it, because so many people feel the same emotion. But this year, or they remember from when they started, so or even finishing high school, all of that kind of stuff people relate to.
Okay, it is an absolutely gorgeous song, I have to say, and I really do love that story behind it, because it takes me back to many, many years ago when my daughter first started school, and it was quite an emotional experience for me and my wife.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's a pretty universal feeling for parents or grandparents, for families too. So, yeah, it sort of was important to release that song this year. Lock it in, lock the memories and how I was at the time. And, my son he'll never doubt how I felt about him through the songs I've written, that's for sure.
Okay. Now, importantly, can you please tell us where people can buy your music?
Yeah, so if you like a hard copy, you can get online, lawrence.com.au, and you can find albums there for you. If you want digital, pretty much any digital platform. music on there, being iTunes or Spotify or Amazon or YouTube. It's all there.
Okay, oh, that's good to know. Now, you're celebrating, 20 years as a...
Well, yeah, it's 20 years since I first went to Tamworth, and I think it's now 21 actually. So I went to Tamworth in 2004 to go into Talent Quest, and obviously I was pretty young back then, and I've just kept going since then, and I just kept adding to my skills and repertoire and songs, and I just grown fan base over those years. So yeah, it does sound like a long time now, but it still feels like it's pretty fast.
So I'm thinking you must have been, 2 years old when you started?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. I'm just a kid. I wrote some songs, and obviously Tamworth was the place to go.
Yep.
Went back in 2005 to do Star Maker, and then 2 years later I went back to an album, and I got nominated for New Talent and Female Artist.
I'm starting to lose you a little bit there, Amber. I think we're losing a little bit of a connection there.
Yep, hello.
Yep. I got you now.
Cool. Yeah, so just kept going back, and, Tamworth in January is where you'll find me.
Wow, okay. Well, how many times have you performed at Tamworth?
Festival, so that means 21. And I couldn't actually count how many times.
Okay.
But I guess if you counted the festivals, I've done the music festival.
All right, we're starting to crack up a little bit again. Maybe we can boost the signal a bit. Anyway, let's keep going. Now, you entertain. I'm really impressed by the fact that you entertain the troops in overseas, Afghanistan, the Sinai, East Timor. What sort of an experience was that for you?
Incredible. One of the highlights of my career to have been to entertain the troops, and I did it 3 times in Egypt, the Sinai Desert, and Afghanistan. Wow. So it's one of them having their own adventure attached, and danger, of course, and absolutely the reason we're there. It's games, but it's an immense moment of pride to sing to our troops, and on a taste at home, they are at least 6 to 9 months. So when they see Aussie entertainers come in, it definitely lifts their mood.
Okay. Now, you also performed in front of the President of the United States. That just blew me away. And you wrote that great song. And
that's definitely a surreal moment.
Yeah.
President Donald Trump, within 5 minutes of performance, and he did listen. He didn't sing along, he didn't know the song, but he did listen, sang, and didn't the whole room was silent. So, and quite a milestone to know that where music can take you. Literally put you on a plane to sing in New York in front of the President of the USA.
Okay, so that was the only gig at the time?
That's why I was flown, so it was amazing.
Okay. And did you actually get to meet the President? Did you talk to him?
No.
Okay.
No. I met Kevin Rudd, Australian Prime Minister. But, yeah.
Well, that's the one that really counts, I reckon, the Prime Minister of Australia.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
I've met Anthony Albanese. I've met a few in my time. Okay.
You're still cracking up a little bit there. I'm sort of, but we're hanging in there. We're getting the gist of what you're talking about. So how'd you go at Tamworth this year? Did you pick up another golden guitar?
No, a golden guitar, and that was pretty awesome. It was Female Artist of the Year, and I toured Australia last year off the back. Worked really, really hard, and basically didn't really release anything new for the year. So I wasn't away. So I just was able to enjoy the awards. And, is it thing and just so.
Okay. Yeah, we're starting to lose you again there, Amber. I don't know what the problem is there, but yeah, we're losing quite a bit of your conversation, unfortunately. But we'll battle along, see how we go. All right. So, who do you count as your main influences as a musician?
You know, someone who inspired me early on, and the Dixie. I love Taylor Swift, you know. I love Belinda Schneider in Australia and Becky Cole. Those were my early influences. And it's kind of not stuck on one particular artist. I just like to listen to lots of different ones and, you know, try to keep my individual style.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. We've actually got Taylor Swift in Melbourne here at the moment. She's doing some concerts at the G. Yeah. Yeah, she's going over gangbusters. I mean, 96,000 people attended her concert last on Friday. You know. Alrighty. Now, you're very much, well, I regard you're very much inside the heart of the beast, so to speak, and I'm curious with the I'm curious about the view of the Australian country music landscape from your perspective. Do you think it's healthy? Is it thriving, or does it need resuscitating? I'd love to get your opinion.
No, it's healthy. It's really healthy. I mean, it's selling around the country. People are wanting to hear Australian country artists, and yeah, it's great. I've got lots of work for myself this year. I'm busy, and yeah, I just think the industry is thriving, and yeah, we're in a good spot.
Oh, that's good to know. I tend to agree with it. You know, I play so much Australian country artists on my show, and I love it. You know, that put out some really great stuff. Yeah. You know, yourself being a prime example.
We appreciate the support.
Well, that's my job, to promote good Aussie talent.
Thank you.
And you tick the box. So, all right. So far, what's been your most memorable experience as a performer?
Like a few of the things we already talked about would definitely be up there. And I mean, winning Female Artist of the Year last year was really, really, and just came at a really good time where I felt like, you know, the music and the shows and everything were aligning to be the best they've been in my career, and then to get awarded as well, fantastic. Galaxy of the Stars, but just, you know, simple things too, like people writing me letters to say how much a song meant to them on Instagram and what it's done for them in their life is pretty awesome too. So I take the big moments along with the small moments. You know, that if you don't appreciate these little wins along the way, it makes it a pretty hard job.
A win's a win, isn't it?
Absolutely, exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. I mean, it's a step forward. So
keeps you moving forward.
Yep. That's great, and you know, yeah, and you're renowned for putting your best foot forward. So there's no doubt about that.
Thank you.
Now, what advice would you have for someone who's just starting out in country music, in Australian country music? You know,
I would say to really just try to be yourself. Try to be unique about you and story. Trying to follow trends or trying to be the next this or the next that. I've really made my from telling stories that are unique, and that's made me stand out. So I just think that's important.
Okay. All right, sounds like good advice. Okay, so what's next for you? You got any albums coming out? You got any?
Yeah, I'm working on new music now. So 5 Years with You is part of that next phase of music.
Okay.
More music comes next year, and then late or early next year.
What was that? Early next year?
Yeah, either late this year or early next year.
Okay, all right. Would it be possible if I sent you our mailing address here at the studio for you to possibly send me a copy of that album?
Of course.
Yeah, excellent. I do have quite a few of your tracks in my playlist, but they go back a ways. Not that that's a problem. I mean, they're great tracks. I don't care how old they are.
Yeah.
But you know, I always like to play some new stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you've got any material coming out in the near future, I'd love to get my hands on it, and you know, throw it in the playlist.
To share.
Yep.
I'd love to.
Because anything from Amber Lawrence will get airplay. There's no, I'll guarantee that. You know.
Thank you so much.
Now, we're sort of running short on time, but yeah. So, you got any like festivals or anything in the pipe works?
Yeah,
or?
actually, I started playing a little in Morning Chiller in March, as well as the music festival on. So, come down to Victoria in the next few months.
Okay. So, any tours coming up? You might, you know, pop your head up in.
That's really what I was just saying about. They're the gigs. So yeah.
Okay.
That's when you see me in Victoria. But you can get on my website or on Instagram or Facebook, and that's where you tell the tour date.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go, folks. Stay tuned because Amber's Amber's on the move, and
Always.
so we can look forward to seeing you in Melbourne at some point.
On the May, yeah.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, I look forward to that.
That's going to be a great festival.
All right. Okay. Oh, well, that's great.
Can't wait.
Looking forward to it. I might try and get. I might try and. Well, I might try to get there and you know, maybe do a bit of face to face with you.
Yeah.
Like record interviews or something with you. If I can get there, I don't know yet. But you know, we'll play it by ear. And if I can get there, I'd love to. You know. Alrighty. Look, we're out of time. Unfortunately, I'd love to keep talking with you. But I do thank you so much, Amber, for taking the time to have this chat with me on your Sunday afternoon.
No.
And, you know, I'd just like to wish you all the best and your family and, you know.
Thanks, and to you too.
Thank you very much.
Time and thanks. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you very much, Amber, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Take care. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.